What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. Today I did something I've never done before, and I traded my 2023 Kia Sportage for a watch and $6,000. Now I already know what you guys are thinking. That is absolutely crazy to trade a car for a watch. But remember, there was an additional $6,000 on top of that deal. I can't really believe that I did this myself either. This is a 19,000 mile 2023 Kia Sportage, and this isn't the base model, guys. This has got the leather interior, the big screens. It's got it's missing a few options, but it's pretty well loaded. In case you haven't seen it before, here it is. I mean, this, as far as a Kia or a Hyundai is concerned, guys, this is actually pretty dang decent. I'm going to be getting it into the shop here in just a little bit. I'm going to vacuum it, wipe it down. We're going to give it a quick bath, try to clean it up, make it look a little bit better. But yeah, there it is, guys. She's gone. She is sold. Currently has a rebuilt title due to hail damage. Yeah, and I've showed you guys before, it is so hard to get on camera, but there's a few little hail dings here and there. I can see one there, a couple over here. There's a few more on top. The top's got more than the hood for sure, but you know, we'll walk you through it real quick. There's really not that much hail damage. Like I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That may be about it. Like this is something a PDR guy they would have no trouble getting these dings out of this. It is not like a severely hail damaged vehicle. I'm shocked that instead of doing a PDR on this, they just totaled it, because this is a $28,000 SUV if you were to buy this from a dealership all day long. And I got it for, I think $14,000 was my high bid, guys. So how did I trade it for a watch? And better yet, what kind of a watch did I trade it for to only come out with $6,000 in cash and a watch? Well, that is a very valid question, and the answer is I ended up getting myself my first Rolex watch, guys, and I am exceptionally proud of this. It took me a long time to decide exactly which watch I was going to get. Let me take this thing off real quick so you can get a better look at it, but it is absolutely stunning. So here it is. This is my Rolex Submariner. This is a 16613 from the year 2000. This is called a bluesy, and you can tell that's because of all the beautiful blue that it has on it. Absolutely spectacular watch. This is a 40 millimeter piece. It has the Super Luminova hands and the Super Luminova face as well. You get an omnidirectional dial. It has the 18 karat gold. This is the original Oyster bracelet, and you can see it still has all of the stamps from Rolex on it right there. It also has an 18 karat gold crown, if I can get this thing moved over a little bit. Beautiful, and an 18 karat gold bezel with that blue and gold overlay on it. This is truly an exceptional piece. Obviously it has the date. You got the little Cyclops window right there. It is a phenomenal watch, guys, and yes, I have a certificate of authenticity. I've got to go get this thing appraised, but this is like a dream of mine to be able to finally afford a timepiece like this. Yes, you can't really call this a watch. Professional people in the industry get really upset if you call this a watch. This is a timepiece. Now, up until now, I think my most expensive watch has been my Casio that I paid about $150 for. Always wanted something like this just to have it, you know what I mean? This is an investment, guys. Watches like this, timepieces like this, it's not something you're going to have to worry about losing money on, guys. As long as everything is authentic and original, and this one is, you should be very, very safe if you need to sell it in the future. So how much did this timepiece actually cost me? Well, right at the $10,000 mark, guys. Actually, $11,000, and I got $17,000 from the SUV. Yes, maybe the title was a little misleading, but I don't really think so. I think technically the title of this video is correct. I actually sold this to a buddy of mine, Jason, shout out to you. He gave me every dollar I was asking for it, and I was able to pull it off of Copart's website. Didn't even need to sell it through there. Jason has bought a lot of cars for me. He owns a car dealership, and he has bought quite a few vehicles for me. And he bought this for what I was asking for. I actually offered him a better deal. I offered this to him for $15,500. I thought that was a fair place for me and a good place for him too. But he sent me the $17,000. He said, nah, I'm going to go ahead and just give you full price, full asking price, 17 grand for it. So, man, shout out to you, Jason. Thank you. Honestly, that's really awesome. That's a good person to do business with, guys. So he sent me this over. I got to get this cleaned up so it's ready to go for him. He's going to have a shipping company come and pick it up. So yes, he paid me 17 grand for this car. I bought the watch from Bob's Watches out in California. Very, very reputable watch dealer out there, guys. And I had to decide, like, what kind of a watch did I want and what brand did I want. And of course, you know, most people, when you think of a watch, a name brand watch, you're probably thinking of Rolex. I mean, it's a universal name that everybody knows. Not to mention the Submariner. It is a watch that is iconic, guys. James Bond wore this watch. All right, like if you see a sub out, you're just going to know it's a sub. There's plenty of other ones. There's the traditional Oyster Perpetual. You've got the Date Just. You've got the Day Date. You've got the Submariner. You've got the GMT2s, the Explorers. You've got the Sky King. You've got the Yacht Master. There are a lot of Rolexes. I did a lot of research, guys, and while this is not on the higher end of the Rolex spectrum, it's just an iconic watch. People will see it, and if you know a watch, you're going to see this watch, you're going to know immediately exactly what this watch is. So obviously there's a lot of watch brands and a ton of watch models out there to choose from. It's really difficult to pick what's right for you, and I did look at several other watch brands when I was shopping around, and I just kept coming back to Rolex. There was just something about the look of the Rolex, and now that I have it, the weight, the heft of this thing, the size is perfect for my wrist. 40 millimeter is absolutely perfect. I would not have been happy, I don't think, with anything smaller. One of the other ones I was looking at was an Oyster Perpetual, really a base model watch, but still just an iconic classic watch from Rolex. That one was 36 millimeters. It was very basic. It was a 2024 model, and it was only like $8,900. And I really did consider it, but it's like, okay, I could buy a new one, basically new. It was used. From what I understand, it is difficult to get a brand new watch from Rolex. I don't know if that is true or not, but from what I've read and seen online, everything that Rolex sells in their stores, they don't actually sell it. It's all for exhibition purposes only. You have to get on a waiting list. And a lot of times they won't even let you get on the waiting list unless you already own a Rolex to begin with. So you need to buy a used Rolex so that you can go into the store and get put on a waiting list for a new one. Apparently Rolex is behind like a year or two on their watches. So used versus new. It came with a warranty. I've got the original box. I've got the original papers. I've got everything that this watch originally came with, which really helps to increase its value and hold its resale value over time. Watches like this are a great investment, guys. These are watches that should not go down in value. In fact, just a couple years ago, this same watch would have cost you over $16,000. Now, obviously, watches kind of fluctuate just like the stock market. You have your ups and you have your downs, guys. And right now is a great time to buy because currently these watches are very, very affordable for what they are. With that said, I am not saying that $10,000 for a watch is cheap. That is absolutely not the case. I'm just saying that for what it is, it was a very good price, and it's one of those lifetime achievement goals, and I thought this was the time, no pun intended, but this was absolutely the time. God, I love it. It's absolutely beautiful. This was the time to do it. There's a lot of things happening right now A lot of you know that I'm quite happy with how the election turned out, so that was a big deal to me and to my family. We're very happy. Hopefully the economy is going to be turning around soon. Things are going to be getting so much better. My YouTube channel we are right at the 500,000 subscriber mark. I mean, we are just a little bit away, maybe before the end of the year, being able to cross 500,000. My Facebook page also right at 500,000 on there as well. So this has been a great year for me, and I wanted something to kind of commemorate it. So I figured, let's just trade off the Sportage for the watch, $6,000, and call it a day. Now, I think we need to give this thing a bath, clean it up a little bit. I'm going to get it into the shop. We'll come back and see what it looks like once she's all cleaned up. Hopefully, by the time this gets to you, Jason, it's still clean. I don't know. Sitting out here, if it sits here for more than 3 days, it's going to look exactly like it looks now. You cannot keep anything clean out here, but I'm going to do my best, get all these bug guts and just make it look a little nicer for him, because he really did go out of his way to give me every dollar that I asked for out of this vehicle. This is almost too funny, guys. What a day. We got American Express offers here in the mail for, this is their American Express business. This is too funny. For auto auction rebuilds on YouTube and for AAR Auto Sales LLC. That's crazy. What's crazy about it is I already have it. So I don't really know why they're sending me another offer, but I actually have both the American Express Business Platinum and the personal American Express Gold cards as well. So why they're trying to send me more when I already have it is beyond me. And that was another huge accomplishment this year, guys. Coming from where I come from, I'm sure it probably looks like I'm out here just bragging and I'm just super egotistical, and I understand why it comes out that way. That's not what it is though, guys. I am so proud of where I am today versus where I came from. If anything, it's more, I hope to motivate people to not just get stuck in a comfortable position, to go out and try new things, to take a risk, to do things that are hard, to put yourself out there and really try to do something. Because you know that old saying, no risk, no reward? It's absolutely true. I take risks on every one of these cars that I buy, not knowing how the videos are going to do. Some do great, some of the videos tank. As long as you win more than you lose, guys, you're doing it right. And I'm telling you, if you've ever wanted to get out there and just try something different, now I'm not giving you financial advice, I'm simply saying, if I had stuck to what I was doing, I would still be an Uber driver today. Many of you probably don't even know that this channel started off being called Uber Man, and I eventually rebranded after several years of driving for Uber and Lyft and doing all kinds of in-demand app stuff back in the day, guys. I ended up moving to doing automotive, and that's a big jump. Rebranding your channel is a very risky thing to do. I took a huge risk, and because of that, I'm where I am today. Now, I'm not rich by any stretch of the imagination, but I mean, I'm just sitting here remembering I lived in a trailer, I was driving a Honda Fit, and I was driving people around for Uber, and that's how I was getting by in life. And today I have 3 houses, one of them brand new I had built 3 years ago, guys. 3 houses. I've got 26 or so cars now. Yeah, they're not all super nice, but I mean, I do have some pretty nice cars, guys. I have a savings, I have stocks, I have an IRA, and I just bought my first Rolex watch. So I'm not out here trying to be like, look at me, I'm better than everybody. That's not, take a look at me, guys. Let me look at this shirt. Do you see what I'm wearing? It's Guns N' Roses, guys. I'm wearing a black t-shirt and some jeans and some worn out shoes with a Rolex, just because that is me. I'm not out here dressed up in a suit trying to impress anybody. I just want to show people that really, if you put yourself out there and you do the work, man, a lot of times you can really make it in life. It doesn't happen for everybody, but I'm super thankful that it's worked out for me, and I'm thankful to all of you for making this possible. All right, let's pull this thing around to the shop, guys. Let's, oh, you know what? The shop is full. Dang it. We had storms. I had to move a bunch of cars indoors, which means before we can put this one in, we got to get some cars out. All right, so let's see. I guess we could, yeah, I can. Ooh, that's going to be a tight fit, isn't it? Man, I don't really want to pull this car out of here yet. We're supposed to have more bad weather. Those cars I'm just going to have to leave in here for now. This car is such a pain. It was such a pain to get it put in here. And if I get it out, I'm afraid I'm never going to be able to fit this thing back in again. Let me turn some lights on. I definitely need to get the 57 rolled out. I just don't know if that Kia is going to fit in here enough to open the doors and vacuum it out. Where this 57 is, that maybe. The 57 kind of looks like a big car. It's really not. It's actually a very small car. I've got another story for you guys, man. Somebody offered me $35,000 for this car. By the way, this thing has not run in forever. There we go. Somebody offered me $35,000 for this. Oh, the radio's on. I must have been jamming last time I was in this, huh? There we go. I told them no thank you, and they came back and they offered me $45,000 for it. And I'm here to tell you guys, I asked my fiance because she loves this car, and I said, look, I said for 45 grand, we've probably got, I don't know, maybe 32,000 into this car. I was like, 45 is a hell of a deal. We should probably go ahead and take it. And then she said, no. She said, I love the car too much. I don't want it to go. And I said, okay. So I told the guy I can't do it. And then somebody emailed me after that and said, this was crazy. They offered me $50,000 for this car. $50,000 for this car. And they said they would wire me the money in like 3 days. And that's not crazy enough. They said I could keep it until I was done with Power Tour, do all the work that needs to be done to it, get all the video content that I need to get out of it, and then they would take it when I was finished. Guys, you know how hard it is to say no to $50,000? Guys, to somebody offering to wire you over $50,000? I could stand to make quite a bit of money on this car. What this tells me, though, is it tells me that this car was a great investment, because I'm pretty sure those were two different people that offered me money. The guy that offered me started out at 35 and ended up at 45, and I'm pretty sure it was somebody else that emailed me about this for 50. It is a beautiful car, though, isn't it? I mean, you can't deny that this car it's absolutely gorgeous. I do love it. Needs a little bit of, interior work and a little bit of stuff here and there, but I mean, it still presents absolutely beautifully, guys. This car right here is definitely it's my pride and joy. This is like the prize of my collection right here. But with that said, my favorite car of all time, and so many of you are gonna hate me for saying it, but you already know, it's the Tesla, man. I had my problems with it, but now that we got it all worked out, there is something about getting 300 miles for $7.78. I'm not joking. I get 300 miles for $7.78. The car has a range, depending on weather, of about 340 to 376 miles, and still being one of the fastest cars on the road, all while being a $58,000 car. It's perfect. Everything about this car is perfect. And although I love the 57, this is my favorite car to drive. I'm going to be getting a video out to you guys real soon on this Eurovan. I've had about 1 billion people asking me about this. I don't even know if we're going to be able to drive this. This was supposed to have been a run and drive. It's another one of those that I think I kind of got screwed on. I paid way too much for it. It's definitely not in the shape that I thought it was. This is a VR6, which, I mean, it is kind of a special van. And in good condition, they go for quite a bit of money. Unfortunately, this one's a little rough. And we'll have to find out if we can get it. Currently, it starts and it'll run for a couple minutes and then it's dead, and that's it. it's over. It doesn't run anymore. So it looks like it's been sitting for many, many years. So what I did is I put about 5 gallons of fuel in the tank, and then I've let it set for about a week. And a lot of times that will bring these things back around if it's a fuel system issue. So stay tuned. I'm going to get you a video out on this van very soon, and then I'm going to sell it because I have no desire to keep it. This is one that's been missing. This one I bought over a month ago. I had this purchased before Hoovie's Garage had his pace car, and unfortunately it took over a month to get this thing in. This is a pretty special, not nearly as special and not nearly as rare as Hoovie's official pace car, because this was a mass production type of car, but this was a very limited run on the Earnhardt Juniors, the Earnhardt Seniors. I think they did, maybe they did a Rusty Wallace, I can't remember, but this was a kind of a limited production run. I got this pretty cheap, only time will tell. I have not driven it yet. It just got dropped off this afternoon, so I was able to look around at the interior, look around at the body. There's a few things I'm not happy with, but for the price I paid for it, it is what it is. Okay, guys, let's go back and try to get that Kia Sportage in the shop. But before we do, I totally forgot about my little Cadillac Catera. I've had a lot of people asking me about this, like, what's your bottom dollar? How much do you want for it? Guys, I did an entire video that was dedicated to this car, and this car is listed for sale. It's at Copart. In fact, by the time this video comes out, the car's probably sold. As of right now, the making of this video, and today is the 14th, all right, the 14th of November, that car is at $2,875. And even though I paid more for it than that, I'm going to let it go just because I don't want to mess with it. I'm not going to do anything with it. I put a battery in it, and that's it. Right now, as we get towards the end of the year, my goal is to get rid of stuff. That doesn't mean I'm going to give it away, but I have a number in mind for each car. And that one, what's going on with the camera angle there, guys? Whoa. Anyway, that one, for if we can do right around $3,000 on it, I'll go ahead and just cut it loose, cut my losses. I'm going to pull this thing in the shop, guys. We'll find out if we have enough room to even detail this thing. All right, we made it into the shop. Now the moment of truth, is there enough room? I never thought the day would come that this shop would be too small, but honestly, I wish I had built bigger. And look how dirty all this is under the doors, you know, in the door sills and stuff. That's all got to be cleaned out too. I got to try to make some room, and we'll take it out and give her a bath. It's not terribly dirty on the interior. Most of it is the exterior. Can I get these doors open without bumping into the? Yeah. There we go. I sure don't want to hit the Prowler, man. I haven't had any opportunity to really take this car out and enjoy it. Oh, it's going to hit the mirror. Yeah. Does this fold in? Nope. So just going to have to be exceptionally careful around that mirror. Oh, I hate that. Yeah, we've got some work. I got some parts and stuff. We need to do some work on the Prowler. I'd love to take it out and enjoy it a little bit, but unfortunately the weather hasn't been cooperating. It's been raining, thunderstorming, hail, tornadoes. Not the kind of weather you want any of your nice cars sitting out in. So I did my best to put everything that I loved into the shop to protect it. And let me get started on this, guys. We'll come back and see what it looks like when we're done. Well, this is an unexpected delivery today. I had no idea this was coming. This is a Lexus LS460 that I won just the other day. IAA just delivered it. He's over there. I had no idea this car was coming. I'm assuming the battery's dead or something because the shit scared the shit out of me. She wasn't happy about that, guys. Oh, man. The battery ain't dead. Oh, windshield is cracked. Somehow I don't remember that. Well, truth is, I didn't look this car over all that well anyway. Is this even the same car that I looked at before? Let's see. Yeah, this is it. This is it. Okay. Oh, yeah. Flashing check engine light, TPMS light, traction control light. Yeah, it's the same car. It's the same car. Oh, man. So this is a 2007 LS460 that I picked up for, I don't know, I think relatively cheap, somewhere right around $3,000. I swear I don't remember that windshield being cracked like that. I really don't. Well, anyway, there it is now. Supposedly, it's a hail-damaged car. This is another one that's kind of like the Saab, kind of like the Kia. When I looked it over, I didn't really see... Hell, I don't even know how to open the hood on this thing. great. I did not really see any hail damage. Oh, that looks like fun to work on. Oh yeah, that's gonna be fine. Well, obviously today's video is not of this car, but it's kind of a surprise delivery. I thought I'd throw it in there for you guys. So, you know, there it is. We have a Lexus coming to the channel. I think in my entire history of doing this channel on YouTube, I think I've only done one Lexus. It was an SUV. Does the trunk not freaking open? What's the deal here, man? No, trunk doesn't. Oh boy, great. Anyway, I'm gonna move this out of the way. We're gonna get back to the Kia. All right, what a pain. I hate washing cars by hands, guys, I really do. Hopefully it looks a little bit better. We're gonna take it out for a quick drive, hopefully dry it off a little bit. Last thing I want is water spots. I don't wanna get dirt in this either. My fiance did the interior, I did the exterior. We shared in the misery. And I think it came out all right. There we go. And confirm. I almost hate touching anything now, you know what I mean? All right, let's take her for a quick drive just to kind of dry her off. Get her up to speed. Try to keep water spots from forming on it. Did the tires. Unfortunately, I used my bleach white, and it didn't seem like it came out all that great on the tires and the wheels, guys. Usually it does. And the best part is fire ants. Oh yeah, fire ants. Apparently I parked in an area that had fire ants, and they climbed up me. They were up my arms, hands. I got stung like a mother. All right, we're just gonna take it up the road real quick. I actually have class. In fact, I should have left 10 minutes ago. I have CPR classes with my fiance here in just a little bit. And it's like an hour and 45 minutes from where I'm at, so I'm actually running quite late, and we cannot miss these classes. So let's get her up to speed. Here we go. It's pissed off because I don't have my seatbelt on. I know. I'm just trying to kind of blow dry it, you know what I mean? Just real quick, let's blow it off, take a look around it, turn around, and call this video a wrap. All right, guys, we are back to the house. Hopefully, I hope it looks decent. I really do. Otherwise, getting eat up by fire ants would be for nothing. I'm gonna pull right here in this. Actually, we'll pull right here. Right here is a good spot. Let's get out. Let's take a look. We'll check the mileage real quick. We'll leave it running. Mileage is currently 19727. It's got almost a full tank of gas. I'll show you guys the interior real quick. I think it looks really nice. Jessica did a great job on this. Oh, I got a little dirt on the... Oh, well, there's nothing I could do about it. She got into these door jams and everything as best she could and really tried to clean it up. Oh, this looks awful. There's streaks all... Oh, my God. Really? Well... Anyway, the interior looks great. She did the door jams and everything. Unfortunately, my car wash job, there's like streaks from my soap all over this thing. Yeah, this looks disgusting. Look at this. Okay, well, you know what I'm gonna do? I tried. I really did. I don't have a whole lot of time. Oh, wow. Are those bugs all over the hood too? No, water spots. Yeah, and there's bugs on the one. Okay, so this is an ultimate fail on my part. Thank you, Jessica. You did a great job cleaning up the interior. Unfortunately, I suck. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna shut her down, make sure I don't have any of my stuff in it anymore. Books are in there, everything is good. She really did a good job. And I literally washed this by hand. I did, I sprayed it and washed it and washed it. I scrubbed the wheels and the tires. It looks awful. It looks awful. Streaks all over it, man, from the car wash. I should have left it alone. It was better off before I started. Okay, Jason, I apologize for this. This is gonna need cleaned. I have to leave. I gotta get to these classes or we are not gonna make it. I will absolutely cover whatever the cost is to have this thing detailed. Just send it somewhere, let somebody do it, and I'll be more than happy to pay for it. I have to run though. I'm terribly sorry, man. I've really tried so much so I got ate up by freaking fire ants doing it, and it's Oh well, it is what it is, man. There it is, there it was. Say goodbye to the 2023 Kia Sportage. It is gone in return for a watch, sorry, a timepiece, and $6,000 or $7,000. Do me a favor, guys, if you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up button and let me know. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. And until next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.